world is ending tomorrow. I swear
What?
it.
No, Quimp, it's not. No.
I had another prophecy. Whoa.
Quimp.
Don't you know?
Quimp, half of your prophecies are wrong.
No, I had two. Two went great. Do you remember those two?
Yeah, I remember
I
those
think-
two. Everything else went wrong.
I had breakfast there one morning. I told you that one, right?
Yes, Quimp, but I can predict that I'm going to get breakfast tomorrow morning. How about this?
Right.
After this chapter, we can go prophecy by prophecy and get a percentage rate of accuracy. And I'll just show you
Oh,
that those two prophecies were different.
okay.
Okay?
All right.
Great. Okay. Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Tavern of Tomes. My name is RK Fox. I am your tavern keeper, and I'm joined today by my fellow storytellers, Kent Aldrich, Sam Bowen, Christian Majewski, the one and only Rachel, and Alex Oak. And together, we're going to weave a world of myth and legend. You see, the walls of my tavern are lined with leather-bound books filled with blank pages. Once a week here at the tavern, we open a tome at dusk and fill its pages with stories. The world outside is dark and scary. It has its beauties, but they're harder to see at night. So for the time being, let's leave this world and go adventure, shall we? And shall we begin?
Or die.
Shall we begin this adventure again in chapter 3? Last we left off.
And today we'll just be remaking our character sheets for our new characters, since everybody's dead.
Last we left off, the party, so to speak, encountered each other in a tavern, which they entered and learned a few things and rumors about each other, and weird, bizarre alien entities appeared on the scene, as well as a couple of humanoids from another continent, and a fight broke out, landing really with the 5 of our main heroes in this story fighting these 5 entities, and ultimately, one by one, being snuffed out. And
It's okay, guys. It was a scripted death.
while each of you died, we are still going to stay in this tavern for a moment, as the few remaining living entities just begin to look up and around as the wood of the tavern walls begin to creak. Just this deep groaning and this passing back and forth of this wood creaking. And in this moment, as this wood creaks, all 5 of you wake up beneath the main decks of the Tides Unsleeping, which you have been crew members on for a few days now, as you have been sailing to leave Scion's Bay, just outside of Aleno. You have been on the crew, you each for your own reasons, joined up to be a privateer for the good Scion in his navy upon this ship. And while you heard it in the dream, you now hear in the waking world this creaking. That Lorenzo, you recognize. And it doesn't take long for the individual that you all know to be the first mate from your couple first days of introduction to appear climbing down the main center staircase that sort of makes its way down underneath the decks, calling all hands to activity, shouting, "All hands, active now! If you want to live, we must evade the shipwright!" Lorenzo, you are aware of what is coming.
Oh, madre mia.
And it is time to move. All hands, you are being called to activity. Where, I'm going to just go one by one. Where do each of you think you generally would be serving on this ship? Are you going to be rowing? Are you going to be manning cannons? Are you going to be up in the rigging, making full sail? Where are you going to be?
Probably on like ropes,
Okay,
sails.
you're going to be up in the rigging.
Lorenzo is also definitely on ropes.
Okay, sounds good. Straya, where do you think you are?
Probably rowing.
Okay, sounds good.
Pretty-
You're just going to
pretty
be
strong,
Yeah,
so-
yeah. There is not much wind right now, and so that rowing crew is really they're doing a lot of the work. Lucian, where are you?
I think rowing or wherever I got a good eye for things, so wherever that comes in handy as well.
Okay, sounds good. They might put you up on the top, especially since you're a dignitary. You're not going to be forced to work in the same way, but there will still be expectations. This is the Tides and Sleeping, after all.
But I would still, even though they don't want to put me, I would still like when it's need to like wherever there's a need.
For sure.
That's where I am.
100%.
Wherever there's a need.
And Vale, where do you think you are on this ship?
I think it depends. Is this ship? Are the cannons on the top deck? Are they in a? Are they below decks?
There are cannons on both. There are below deck cannons. There are top deck cannons.
I think he'd be on top deck cannons.
Sounds good. Okay, so here's what we're going to do is we're going to move into a little bit of a skill challenge. You each are being given orders barked at. You are competing with something you can't see, but I will have from at least top deck cannons and from our guys up in the rigging, go ahead and give me just a perception check.
Hey.
Is that including me?
That is including you. Actually, no,
Alex, you
you're
get in it.
you said that you'd be rowing, right?
Wherever there's a need. So if there's a need for rowing,
I
then
think
yeah.
they would put you down in rowing just for this, especially
Okay.
given your strength.
Okay, Alex, we get an additional D4 for strength.
All right.
I got a 17.
17 on your
I got
perception.
19.
19. And Wim?
12.
12. Okay. 17 and 19 are the only ones that are going to yield something here. You can see just behind your ship, you guys have gotten a couple days out from the port. You haven't exited Scion's Bay because that's like a week's journey just to get all the way out of the bay. It's a very large bay, but you are far enough away where you are not within port of call anymore. You are not able to just return. And behind you is you, and you can hear this creaking has continued. There is this ship that is like the best way to explain it. It is the idea of a ship more than it is an actual ship. It doesn't appear to be that the ship was finally like it looks more like somebody tried to build a ship out of random wood that they found. And it all, like, you're a bit too far away to see too clearly. But yeah, it does not look like a clean, nice ship or a ship that anybody's been taking care of recently. There's something distinctive about it visually. There's stuff hanging from the sails. As those perception checks are made, I want everybody just to make a wisdom saving throw.
Everybody?
Saving throw?
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Okay.
15.
11.
22.
A dirty 20.
Okay. So I think this only affects one person, but anybody who rolled under a 17, you are under the frightened condition for the next minute.
Dang.
And there is no source of your fear, so you cannot avoid seeing. But everybody hears sort of projected into your mind.
Crew of the tides are sleeping. I will have my body returned to me.
And was that understandable? I can't tell if it came across
Yes.
clearly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, yep, got that.
Fantastic. Great. And we are now going to begin a skill challenge. So guys up in the rigging, I'm going to want from you guys just you can give me either dexterity acrobatics or strength acrobatics check. Everybody in the rowing, I need strength athletics checks. And Vale, you're working cannons. So what I need from you is, how do I want to give you this? You can either give me a dexterity sleight of hand check or an intelligence sleight of hand check.
Could I make a counter proposal?
Yeah.
I wasn't necessarily thinking Vale as the guy shooting the cannons themselves, but Vale as the guy who is making it really easy to load them because he's huge and can kind of manhandle them in a way that other people can't.
Sure, I'll let you make a strength sleight of hands check.
Question
Athletics or
is-
strength?
No.
Strength, sleight of hand.
Strength sleight of hand.
Okay.
You get to use your strength mod, but it's still the sleight of hand
Cool.
skill. What was your question, Alex?
Just as far as the class that you wrote for me works,
Yeah.
The unincorporated deviations, it all has to still happen within Wild Shape.
No, unincorporated means you can spend a spell slot to temporarily incorporate them. It's either until the end of next turn or if it gives you a different length of time.
Cool. I'm gonna spend a spell slot
Okay.
to use Traverse Nature.
Okay.
So I'll gain a climbing and swimming speed equal to my walking speed.
I will say you have advantage on your acrobatics check.
Great.
Let's start with rigging boys acrobatics checks. What do we got, Wim?
So you said strength acrobatics check.
Or dexterity acrobatics.
Oh, well, that makes it a 7
Oh boy.
I got a 6.
instead of a 3.
Hold on, with
mean, yeah, that's
advantage,
fine.
you got a
I
6.
rolled a 5 and a 3. Oh, actually, no, I do get an extra D4.
I was going to say, you can
Yes.
also use your strength.
I use
Your strength is a
Oh,
plus
no.
1?
no, my strength is a +2.
Okay, I was like, your strength has got to be higher than that.
So that will be a 9 instead.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so a 6 and a 9. It's a good thing you are not relying too heavily on the wind because you are not getting a positive tick out of sailing right now. Rowers, what did you get?
Dirty 20.
Oh, I forgot to roll.
It's
Sorry,
a
one second.
strength athletics check.
That will be not great. An 11.
An
also,
11.
I guidance myself.
Okay, so so we got
Oh, wait, can I guidance too?
yeah.
Awesome. In that case, it's 21.
Okay, so 21 and an 11.
Yep.
Okay, sounds good. And then cannons, what do you got for me?
21.
21. Okay. I will say in these rounds are like very far apart. Overall, less than half of your rolls were below a 15. So this is a down tick. So what you're going to do, basically we're working on a scale system. There's a 0 center here. You are trying to get to a +3. You are currently at a -1. And in order to get up 1 tick, everybody has to roll higher than a 15. Or rather, more than half of you must roll higher than 15. Sounds good? So immediate consequences. Rigging boys, each of you lose your grip. You do not fall fully, but you are each going to take 4 points of damage, just with the rope burn on the hands as you guys are trying to recover your position. Rowing people, you guys are fine. Cannons are fine. That is our first round of this. We are going to move to the second round of this skill challenge. You guys can either make the same checks that you made last time, or if you would like to suggest something else in the vein of your abilities or in the vein of what you might be able to bring to this that is unique, to try and give me another thing that might count for a roll or might prompt a different kind of roll.
Can I do an investigation check to look around where we're at to see if there's anything that might help? Like, basically, if I could like attach the oars to something that's helping us to row, or that's like leveraging the weight behind the row, if that makes sense.
I don't understand exactly what you mean.
So basically seeing, is there something, like looking around for something where we're at that, I'm assuming there's a bunch of us behind
Yeah.
oars.
Yes, correct.
And so either almost add something, I don't know technical terms, but for lack of a better term, like a fulcrum that just makes the rowing back easier. So we're getting more power behind the row. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Like looking for something to help get more power behind the row where we're at.
Sounds good. Go ahead and make an investigation check. I'm going to say this is a pretty high DC because the mechanic you're looking for is not something that would just be lying around, but you might be able to like make it some sort of intelligence check to come up with a more creative solution to solve this. So,
Okay. I'm also guidancing myself. I don't know if that's going to help. 19, 23.
23. Okay, with a 23 at the very least, what I'll say is you are smart enough, you understand physics, you can at least tell everybody in your row and like tell everybody get closer to the center and get to the furthest end of their oar, because you get more motion for less strength on the end of the oar. So
Great.
So I will call that your positive tick for this. So that's one success out of you. Anybody else want to propose something different?
At this moment in this thing, does it look like speed or fight is going to be the more important?
Speed is probably going to be the more important. They're probably going to want to get at least the top deck cannons loaded and ready to go on the off chance they lose the speed thing. Like that's
Cool.
the order that you're being given by the first mate.
Okay, cool. In that case, yeah, I'll just do my thing again.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna start singing a sea shanty.
Okay, are you trying to inspire the crew?
Boost morale, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Go ahead and give me a performance check.
Oh shoot.
Slay Queen.
I am going to guidance myself. Because I'll need it.
Starts singing, stops, casts
Oh.
spell on self, continues singing.
When I hear him, I'm gonna join.
Okay, yeah, take advantage on that. You can
Oh,
hear your
advantage.
brother singing from below deck, and you're like, oh no, this is actually a very good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That boosted it. It's an 18
Okay, 18, sure.
total.
I'll say that is not going to be your positive tick, because that's not that's not like the activity that actually helps the rowing process, but I'll say it gives you advantage on your row check.
Okay, cool.
Or does it give us a good beat to row to so that we're rowing in even better synchronicity? So technically it would help.
Sure, sounds good. That's still the advantage though. So I'll
Okay.
Trying to give it the positive tick. Make it
But
the
also,
positive.
I'll say with the advantage, you can also take an extra +2 to not represent just purely your strength.
Okay. Advantage was 19 plus 7 plus 2, 28.
28. Okay, sounds good.
Oh, plus 1, so 29.
Okay. I believe that's 3 positives already, correct? Or that's 2.
Yeah.
Vale hasn't made it.
2.
Okay, yeah. So Vale, just making your same roll again?
Yeah, it's 10.
Okay, that's not a success there. We need a success out of either of the boys on the rigging.
Could I intimidate the rigging crew? Can I be like, that was awful? And just like, literally just like, put your back into it! Just like scream at the top of my lungs.
Shaming
Okay.
them like my mom.
Here's my one thought, and I think it's a reasonable thought. You said that you wanted to sing to boost morale, and now you want to criticize the crew.
To boost morale.
To boost morale.
So I'm gonna
Well,
say
'cause here's the thing, the people in the oars are fine, and I look at the guys in the rigging and I'm like, you guys don't get to sing, what was that?
Come on, you worthless scum!
I will say this. You can make the roll with disadvantage, but you will still have to make your acrobatics check. If
yeah, obviously.
If you roll well enough on this intimidation check, I'll say that Wim will get advantage.
Great. At disadvantage, you said?
Yeah.
Oh boy. I rolled a 19 and a 2. That is still an 11 for intimidation.
I'm not gonna say that's enough to give an advantage. So both of you just give me your strength or dexterity acrobatics checks.
Can I roll athletics because I have a climb speed?
Yes.
Cool.
Could I use Mage Hand to give me a extra hand?
No.
I mean,
Mage Hand can only lift 10 pounds.
Yeah, if you're like.
only I thought it was.
What do we got from the rigging crew?
I got a 20.
Okay.
Hey,
No, I got a 20. Is he 22?
22.
I got 23 actually.
Okay, sounds good. Cannon Boy, what'd you roll again?
it was a 10.
10. And you are keeping in mind the disadvantage that you have? You're frightened.
Oh. Has everybody been keeping advantage?
Uh,
Or keeping that?
Nobody else was frightened.
Yes, they were.
Just you.
You were the
We
only
all
was seven-
passed.
you were the only one who
Oh, it was Wim who I thought got.
Yeah, I rolled a 17.
Oh, that's right. Yes, Wim was the one
Oh.
who was frightened.
It's so confused.
Sorry.
Buddy. I'm sorry. Make that a 21.
Good.
I also didn't succeed that, I'm realizing. I rolled an 11 for that save,
Oh.
so... Turn that into a, it's still a 20.
Okay, sounds
20?
good. So that's an uptick. So you guys are back at 0 on this thing. This psychic connection continues to just drive deeper into your minds. Those of you who are not, or really everybody but Lorenzo, you experience something new here. In that you begin to see flashes in your mind of this wooden entity of just like some deciduous like mangrove water dwelling trees, as well as this weeping willow humanoid body that is just flashing, and there are chunks of like what looks like a cheap wooden imitation of like human skeleton underneath like the surface of a humanoid face. We're going to move to our next round of this. Anybody want to give another unique contribution? Otherwise, we're going to say rowing team still has advantage. And I will.
Oh, we still have advantage.
Yeah, I'm giving you advantage based on the adjustments that you both made. And
Can I try to intimidate the crew again?
sure, you can try to intimidate the crew. You still have disadvantage.
Cool.
How we've only been on the ship a couple days.
Actually,
Like,
I will also say for anybody who is rolling with disadvantage right now, if you have a sanity score, you can repeat the saving throw.
Ah.
Like, have we been on the ship long enough for me to be able to tell that the rigging is not quite happening in the way that it's supposed to?
You are below deck right now. So you can't see the rigging.
But I'm just thinking, like, in the way that the ship is moving. Like, I know nothing about ships.
I
I'm clearly
don't
just
think you have the capacity to tell from where you are right
You
now.
wouldn't know.
Okay,
I rolled,
fair.
I rolled a 19 for reroll on the
Intimidation check.
not on the intimidation check for the sanity thing. For
Yeah, your
the
sanity
fear.
saving throw. I will say that you break free of the frightened condition.
And I then rolled a 25 on intimidation.
With disadvantage?
I rolled a 16 and a 17.
Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, that would do it. So I will say
I start
rigging crew
swearing
has
in Spanish.
rigging crew has advantage again. So everybody go ahead and give me rolls unless you have a new contribution you'd like to make.
We're still rolling with advantage.
Yeah, rowing crew is rolling with advantage. And rigging crew is rolling with advantage.
Wait, am I still frightened? So then I
You
would
are
just
still
do straight
frightened,
roll?
so you're a neutral.
Sure.
This is athletics, you said?
Yep.
I got an 18.
I got a 21.
22.
I
What-
do.
Huh?
23.
Nice.
What'd you get, Wim?
We all succeeded.
I do.
22. That is
And
a
this last time.
that is a success. You are at a positive one on this on this rung here. You begin now seeing images again in your mind of specifically this wooden figure and of a humanoid male, this tall, like gray-skinned, half-giant individual, covered in various tribal tattoos, wearing this long black coat. You know this to be the captain of your ship. And you get this image in portions and flashes of him violently ripping off the arm of this wooden figure as roots and vines stretch, but human, like, red blood gushes out of the wound. And you can see some level of flesh or something like that buried deep within the skin. Everybody, if you have a new contribution you'd like to make, go ahead and make it. Otherwise, we're just going to make our rolls. The advantages that you got on the rigging crew and the rowing crew are going to, since they've had a full round to take effect, they're going to decrease just to +2 modifiers unless you do something new to try and regain an advantage.
Can I pose dramatically?
Not in the rigging, no. Not in a way that helps people.
I just look cool.
Yeah, you look great.
Oh,
Can I
You can
use
hear
my...
you can hear the bosun down on the crew or down on the deck just shouting, "Stop posing! It's not helpful."
Could I use my telekinetic movement to, like, give our oars an extra oomph?
Yeah, for sure. I will say you can sort of divide that attention, especially because this isn't a singular turn. I would say that you can divide it between, like, a particular set of oars in the middle here, just so that it's even on both sides. And I'll say that won't be advantage, but if Lucian contributes something else, I'll give the rowing crew advantage.
Oh, I have to. I don't really have anything else that I can do.
In that case, you'll just get a +3
Consult
bonus
their
in
mother.
addition to your normal modifiers, just a +3.
Okay.
Lucian, you should tell them that the tree is insulting their mothers.
No, I feel like Lucian is a little smarter than that. I'm just gonna move on.
Rigging crew, is there anything you'd like to do that's new to try and get your +2 back to an advantage?
you can tell me if this would do enough to give everybody advantage, or if it would just make me more efficient. Could I also spend my other spell slot to activate Standing Leap? And so I will just be able to have a climb speed and be jumping around like crazy.
I'm gonna look real quick at where is Bestial Deviations? What was the one you activated to get your
Traverse Nature.
Traverse Nature? Yeah, lasts an hour. Standing Leap would also last for an hour. I would say you could do that, but what it would do is it would switch your checks to be dexterity acrobatics instead of strength acrobatics.
Okay.
Because if you're turning yourself into somebody who can just spring foot anywhere, you've got to worry about landing.
Yeah, that's
And
real.
in the rigging, that's going to be difficult.
Cool. I will not do that then. I don't think I've got anything else.
Okay, sounds good. If nobody else has anything, go ahead and make your rolls one more time. Oh, yes, go.
I would turn to the gosh, which deck is that? Whatever the deck that the captain's standing on is called. And I would just be like, Captain, why is this thing chasing us?
Captain Callis de Gaulle is not on the deck.
I look at the first mate then.
Yeah, first mate is on the deck.
Why is this thing chasing us?
He just looks at you and says, questions better sorry, there's so many accents. I'm so used to doing a world where I only need to do one accent because it's only one kind of person.
Yep.
Questions better answered later.
Fine.
And if nobody else wants to do anything, we'll do another round of those checks. So +2 for the rigging guys, +3 for the rowing, regular for Kent.
I got a 19.
Okay.
26.
Okay.
14.
Okay.
27.
27 and what?
15.
15. Okay, that's 4 out of 5 successes. That's one more tick up. You guys just need to get one more successful tick. You can see the ship beginning to just pass further out of sight. You guys have been rowing against this for probably 20 minutes now. So this is an extensive fight here. Just to get far enough away where you are. Your goal right now is just to get out of psionic reach.
Yep.
And so we're going to do one more round. If nobody has anything new to contribute, all those modifiers are going to go down by 1. So the +3 is now +2. The +2 is now +1.
Cool.
Can I tell that the best time our people rode is when Lucian was singing?
They're still singing, to be clear. It's not that stopped. It's just that it's no longer the same kind of morale boost that it was when it started.
Got it. Okay.
Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna start drumming with my feet.
Oh, okay.
To the just kind of keeping a beat.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
I'm gonna I don't know if this is gonna affect it. Take the telekinetic ability and put it all towards my oar, and I'm gonna step away and pull out my violin and start playing.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah,
fun.
for sure. I will 100% let you do that. There's a moment where I think it's the quartermaster is down underneath Mitubi Kitwana, this dark-skinned human with these compass tattoos all over his body, extremely strong. Who he starts to go to yell at you and be like, "What are you doing?" And as soon as you start playing, he's like, and just lets you continue. I will say that will that new aspect, I'll give you advantage again for sure.
Nice.
So I will say that you do not need to roll a strength check. Straya, you now get to roll a performance check.
Okay, right now or when I do the with
Yeah,
advantage?
when we do all of the rolls. But you will not have
Okay.
the performance check with advantage. You will do a straight
Great.
performance check that will give the rowing team advantage.
Great.
Any other contributions anybody wants to make?
Could I intimidate them, swearing at them in different languages? Will that be enough variation? Can I just get more creative with my insults?
Yes, I'll let you try that. Go ahead.
Still a disadvantage.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna try Reese. I'm going to look
And I will also
at-
say, cannons are all loaded at this point. You do not have any
Okay, cool.
more to load, so you'll need to find a new task to contribute to this.
In that case, I'll go down to the oars.
Sounds good. All right, you'll take over where Straya was. You'll have advantage on that. All right.
Just rolled a 12.
Okay. You are not able to give the rigging team advantage. So
I
rigging.
realize they don't actually speak those languages, so it doesn't mean anything.
Yes, 100%.
I rolled 2 natural 20s to a total of 26.
Okay. So let's go start with the rigging team. Rigging team's got +1s.
Yeah, I'm still at disadvantage, right?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, 11.
Okay.
14.
Okay, that is 2 failures. We need the rowing team all to succeed.
Oh, I rolled a 24.
Okay, we already know that Vale has succeeded. Straya, what do you got?
I got a natural 18. Guidance is 2, and then my performance is 4, so 24.
Okay, and that is our tick up to 3. Now,
Nice.
what has occurred here is you guys have passed out of psionic range. But in the last moments, as you can feel the wave of psionic beginning to rush past, you can see the front half of the crew becoming less and less scared. There is a moment where I think all of you are still caught in the psionic range, but Straya, you are right at the edges. And you all hear in your minds,
Child of the renegade. She lives.
I didn't
I
catch
missed
that
the last
word.
line.
she lives. And with that, the wave washes over the rest of you, and you have escaped that psionic wave. You are probably going to still be doing tasks for the next 5 minutes or so. It is the middle of the night, but just to continue making sure that you are out of range. And you guys get out of range, and you are able, if you like, to go back to sleep.
I'm gonna go look for the captain.
Shirtless, glistening in sweat. I'm gonna.
Oh my word.
I'm just gonna congratulate all the rowing guys, and seeing Straya walk off, I'll probably follow her. And while I'm following, I'll just be like, "That was quite the performance, gave us, with your violin."
It's whatever. Something I do to pass the time.
And I'll keep talking with her and probably just follow her to the captain.
Okay.
Yeah, Vale would be making a beeline for the captain as well.
If all of you are gunning towards what you know to be the captain quarters, Wim and Lorenzo, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna find Adrian.
Okay, you're gonna find the first mate. Got it. Wim?
Probably go back to sleep.
Okay, Wim is going back to sleep for sure. Let's go ahead. We'll pop over to the three of you who are going to look for the captain. You make it to the captain's quarters easily. The door is in front of you, What would you like to do?
I'm gonna put my hand up to knock. Right before I do, I'm just gonna look to either of the guys and be like, "Do you have a weird dream?"
Yeah.
Every night I have a weird dream. Nothing new to me.
All right, I'm just gonna knock.
No response.
Do I see them knocking at the captain's
I
door?
think as you're getting down from the rigging 100%.
He just snickers to himself.
For sure. There doesn't
No
appear
answer?
no response.
Knock on the door again.
I will just open the door.
Lucian, you go to open the door and the door's locked.
Okay.
Ah.
I'm gonna Andre the Giant it.
You try to just ram the door. Is that what you're saying?
Basically.
Okay. You go to ram the door. Go ahead and give me a perception check real quick.
17.
17. You catch in just sort of the last moment as you make your full charge to the door. You notice as you are about to make contact with the door, the click of the door unlocking and it opening, and you charge into the captain's quarters.
Oh no.
And
That's great.
this
Seeing him do that, I will turn around on the heel and walk over to Enzo and start talking to him.
Can I
What
can I
on earth
roll
do you think?
some charisma check to make it look absolutely normal?
I'm sorry, you want to do what?
Give me disadvantage, I don't care, but let me roll like performance or something to make this look like I fully intended to do what I did.
Are you going to say anything?
I'll just be like, "Oh, Captain, we were very excited to see." Like, I don't know.
Give me a deception check with disadvantage, 100%. You can make the check, but it's, yeah.
Deception. That's gonna be a 12.
I'm
Welcome
gonna
to my
walk
cabin.
in behind him.
Welcome to my cabin.
What the heck was that thing?
What he said.
What the heck was what?
The ship that was chasing us and giving us visions of you ripping off its arm?
You had to have seen it.
Yes?
So what was it?
Not anything of your particular concern.
I
Tried
want
to
to say
kill
that
us. Something you did.
Only partially
while
true.
this conversation is happening, I'm just gonna elbow Lorenzo and I'm gonna be like, and just start like sneakily walking over to the door, just pretending that I'm doing something around there.
I'm going to grab his arm. It's like, the two people that went in there, I don't know what's going to happen to them, but it is not going to be good. I would stay over here if I were you.
And I thought you were the more adventurous one of the two of us.
If you know the captain, that is not an adventure you want to go on.
Okay, I will take your advice on that. And sorry for the interruption.
We return to inside the captain's cabin.
I feel like it does involve us if you've hired us as crew and we're being chased by the thing. So, was this you like rip people's arms off?
Me?
That's what we saw, right? Like, yeah, am I crazy, Vale? Like, what happened?
That's what I saw.
What the
Is this
card
thing gonna
is-
come after us again?
What the card is up for interpretation.
No, pretty clearly you were ripping an entity's arm off, which is fine. He probably deserved it. I just want to know why, because I don't like being chased by things that are intending to kill me and speak into my brain.
And you don't hear anything come out of his mouth, but you hear in your mind, then you probably should not be in my quarters.
He's gonna hear back in his brain. It's a nifty trick. I can do that too.
Most people here can.
It's not as common where I come from, so I thought it was a cool trick. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right.
Oh no. Oh, we're fricked.
Would you like to get out of my quarters now?
I should we expect this again? I just like to be prepared. You know, this is my first time on the ship life, and just want to know. You know.
Perhaps we need to get reacquainted. Hola, my name is Captain Calles de Gaulle. You are a member of the crew of the Tides and Sleeping. Expect
Hi.
anything. Leave.
Great chat. Aye, Captain.
Vale walks out.
Ladies and
Doesn't
gentlemen,
say
please
anything.
forgive my horrible accent. I'm not great at keeping track
Please
of
forgive
Spanish.
all of our horrible
yeah,
accents.
I could do almost anything but Spanish, and my Spanish is not great.
So what I'm hearing is that the captain is just Inigo Montoya.
You killed me. Better prepared to that.
You guys are turned out of the captain's quarters.
Yep.
Cool.
So weird, right?
Why did we sign up to be privateers? There was going to be something sketchy. Couldn't just be simple. No.
No.
Why is my life always more complicated than I originally think it's going to be? This is perfect.
Dragging Lorenzo against his will over to the two of them, I will walk up and be like, so, what did he say?
Not much.
Yeah, he's just like, it's the seas, expect things, basically. Also, he said like a lot of people can talk in other people's minds, so that was apparently not weird.
Talking into minds I've never seen. I've never heard that before. I've never done that before myself. So, no interesting facts? Did he
Nope.
give you any details about what is going on? Because I've been on the seas for a long time and these types of events don't happen necessarily that often.
Wait, really? I mean, he said the events are up for interpretation, but
Yeah, that's
he didn't
just...
seem super flustered.
That's called he's a politician.
It's called
He's a-
you went into the captain's office without asking, without being told you're allowed to talk to the captain? Do you realize do you know how a ship works? Do you know how you don't just talk to the captain? You don't just...
I thought we were all equal here. Like, there's a door. I knocked on
I
it.
didn't have any delusions like that, but
I mean,
wanted
not
to-
equal, but you know, like obviously there's a person in charge, but like,
Off in the distance,
Nobody here.
off in the
Sorry, yeah, go
distance,
ahead.
when you say I thought we were all equal here, you just hear this like man somewhere off in the like somewhere on the ship just burst out laughing. And he just continues
dude.
laughing.
There is no equality in the Indonesia, Lady, and especially not out in the seas.
Especially not on a privateer ship.
Definitely not. Well, and I turn to Lorenzo and I say, "Well, Enzo, I guess I owe you this." And I just press a coin into your hand and I say, "You're right. It did get told off."
Don't call me Enzo. And he will go back to bed.
Yep.
And I will go, don't mind my brother. His name is Lorenzo, by the way. I'm Lucian. I don't think we've had the pleasure to be introduced to each other.
Vale will reach out a hand that is, the size of a dinner plate. Vale.
Lucian will take it and shake it, himself being like, what, 6'2", 6'3",
Oh,
so
yeah,
not much
Lucian is
smaller than
big.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Lucian
forgot
is a
about
big guy. So, very, very firm handshake, right?
Mhm.
And what is your name?
I'm Straya. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. He will take your hand and then I think we never talked about this, Reese, but I'm guessing that like the court will have some kind of etiquette.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna say that he's gonna take your hand, place his thumb on your hand, and then kiss his own thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that like a C's thing? Like she's gonna kind of try and do it back.
Oh, no. You're not from around here. It seems.
No.
That is simply something polite that we do from where I am to young ladies like yourself.
Cool. Where are you from?
Oh, from the great capital of Alano, where we just sailed out of.
Oh, that's awesome. Very cool. What do you do there? Like why are you here? What made you ship?
I will tell you if you tell me. What brought you here?
Well, first of all,
And as you say, first
said
of
you-
all, we are going to finish this episode. We thank you all for joining us. You're always welcome at the tavern. Oh, anything anybody's got to plug?
Same as always. Check me out. Flightless Birds. Hold my action if you want more D&D content.
Also,
Watch
Moody
Alex
and
and I on
D.
Moody and D.
Yeah.
Sam, Rachel?
forever multi nerds.
Yeah. SamuelBowen.substack.com. Stories. Check them out.
And as always, please check out our Patreon. There's a lot of bonus content there, as well as a round of drinks in which we talk about these episodes in post. And thank you all for joining us for the tavern. You're always welcome here. Come back next week. This story is not over yet. We love you all. Good night.
Good night.